Long ago, at the very beginning of human history, there lived two brothers whose story would become one of the most powerful lessons ever told. Their names were Cain and Abel. They were the sons of Adam and Eve, the first humans. Though they grew up in the same home and shared the same parents, their hearts and choices were very different. Cain was a farmer. He worked the land every day, planting seeds and growing crops with his hands. Abel, his younger brother, was a shepherd. He spent his days caring for sheep, guiding them, protecting them, and making sure they were well. As time passed, both brothers decided to bring offerings to God. Cain brought some of the fruits of the ground he had grown. Abel brought the best of his flock, the firstborn and finest animals he had. When God looked at their offerings, he accepted Abel's, but he did not accept Cain's. This deeply troubled Cain. Anger rose within him and jealousy began to take root in his heart. His disappointment quickly turned into resentment toward his brother. God saw Cain's anger and spoke to him with concern, asking why he was so upset. God warned him that sin was waiting at the door, ready to control him, but Cain still had the power to choose what was right. Cain stood at a moment of decision. He could reflect, change his attitude, and do better, or he could allow his anger to grow. Instead of mastering his emotions, Cain let them take over. One day, Cain asked Abel to go out into the field with him. While they were alone, Cain attacked his brother and killed him. It was the first murder in human history, a tragic act born from jealousy and unchecked anger. Later, God asked Cain where his brother was. Cain replied coldly that he did not know and asked if he was responsible for his brother. But Cain could not hide the truth. God told him that Abel's blood cried out from the ground, and Cain would face consequences for his actions. Cain was cursed from the land he once farmed. The ground would no longer yield crops for him, and he would become a restless wanderer. Fear filled Cain's heart as he worried that others might seek revenge. Yet even in punishment, God showed mercy by placing a mark on Cain to protect him from being killed. Cain left his home and wandered the earth, carrying the weight of his choices. His life became a reminder that actions driven by jealousy and anger can lead to irreversible loss. The story of Cain and Abel teaches us that God cares not only about what we offer, but about the condition of our hearts. It warns us that comparison can lead to resentment, and resentment can lead to destruction if left unchecked. Most importantly, this story reminds us that we always have a choice. When anger and jealousy rise within us, we can choose to face them honestly and change, or we can allow them to control us. In the end, our actions do not just affect others, they shape who we become. And every day we are given the opportunity to choose wisely,